at this dog. I set my robe on the bed to hang it on my door, and before I could get around to this side of the bed, he was on it. So excuse all that mess back there. So I have a lot of new products to try out, a lot. So I'm gonna try to use pretty much everything new. I've already filled my brows in like halfway. I was just watching The Walking Dead and just, you know. I'm gonna start out with this Benefit Puff Off. I haven't tried it yet. It is a instant eye gel to help smooth the look of puffies. I like that they call them puffies. So I think I'm gonna put it on my hand first, or finger, and then you're supposed to smooth it in with this little, it looks like an iron. It reminds me of Monopoly, but it's really cute. Oh, and it is smooth. Sometimes these like cool to the touch little contraptions, sometimes they can be like they stick and they don't slide right. This one slides nicely, but I think I might have used a little bit too much. But it feels nice. The next thing I'm gonna use is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. Love this. I don't even know how it works. It's a water, like it's some sort of water. You spray it on your face and somehow, magically, it primes your face. It really does work. I never thought this would work. I heard a lot of people talk about it and I'm like, they're crazy. There's no way, it's just a water. This freaking stuff primes your face like nobody's business, and it smells so good. Oh, it smells so good. It smells like roses. Yes, it does. Oh, I love it. So if you guys have been thinking about the Smashbox Primer Water, I love it. Thumbs up, double thumbs up. You can prime with it. You can use it as a setting spray, which I haven't done yet, and you can use it throughout the day just as like a makeup refresher. For priming, it is bomb. For foundation, this is exciting. I'm going to use the Nars All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. Now this, my friends, is light because I'm self-tanned right now. I got the shade Ceylan, something. It is a little bit light, so I do, well, it's a lot light right now. So I have to mix in just a tiny bit of, I've been using L'Oreal True Match in W6 to kind of warm it up and make it a little bit darker, but it's very liquidy. Can you guys hear that? It reminds me of the Maybelline Dream Wonder Fluid Touch. I've been using this now for a few days. I really like it, but I will say if you're on the dry side, I don't think this is gonna work. I don't know why it's called Luminous. It's not luminous at all. It makes me very matte. So it works for me right now because my skin's combo to oily, but ugh. If you're dry, I don't think this is gonna work for you, just my opinion. Okay, so that still looks a little bit light, but I think we'll be okay. I'm gonna use my Makeup Geek Foundation Stippling Brush. I'm just gonna dot this on. Oh, actually the shade looks like it'll be okay. And do you see how I'm like patting it in? I'm not really rubbing it in. Whenever I rub it in, it gets very, it just makes my skin look really, really dry, even though it's not. So I find that doing this with it, just kind of like pressing it in, works a lot better. Okay, moving on to concealer. I'm going to use my LA Girl as usual, but I'm also going to add in, if I can find it, where is she? Oh, here it is, my MAC Prep and Prime and Light Boost. I've been liking these two together. I don't think I've showed you guys this yet. So I just take my LA Girl, not quite, I was gonna say not quite that much, but yeah, we just went kind of balls. And then I take the Prep and Prime. I love this stuff. Just give it a little twist, and then I take this just around where I put the LA Girl, and then I kind of blend them together. And that is pretty much it. And I'm gonna blend it in, girl. But see the difference? See how much brighter that is and just like alive? So I like them together. I just placed another order with MAC. They brought out a new eye primer that I've heard is really, really good. So I went online and bought it. I've heard from like 3 people. Did you hear that truck? I've heard from like 3 people that it's better than Nars Pro Prime, which is my holy grail ride or die eye primer. So we shall see. I should have it, it's on its way, so I should have it in like 2 days, and I will try it out for you guys or pop something up on Instagram and let you know. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with, I'm trying to think if I have a new powder. I do. I'm gonna use my Kat Von D Shade Light Palette. I'm gonna use this center shade right here. It's like a banana shade. I have been using this under my eyes and I really like it. This palette is the greatest contour palette ever. Honestly, so much better than Anastasia. I like the Anastasia palette, but I wasn't like head over heels in love with it. This, I would cut 2 bitches for. Okay, so I'm just gonna set my under eyes with that banana shade. It's really brightening. And it is a little bit heavier than my Nars powders that I usually use under my eyes, but it doesn't look, like it doesn't give me that dry look. It doesn't look caked up or anything like that. I can kind of tell that I have powder on though, but it's not bad. I really actually like it. Actually, how many times? How many times, Topaz? So just priming the old lids. I think I'm gonna do a kind of neutral, like gold toned eye. And I wanna try out this Lime Crime Velveteen. Which one is this? Red Velvet. I've never used this one and it's really pretty. Okay, so for the eyes, I'm gonna do the look that I wore in my, I think it was in my NYX video. One of my recent videos, I had on the Makeup Geek Afterglow Pigment. Let me see if I can find it. I'm telling you guys, I'm a mess. Okay, so this Afterglow Pigment, it's like a really intense, bright gold. I had that on with just like a dark brown on the outer edge, and you guys went ham, crazy over it. I had so many requests for a tutorial, so that's the eye look that I'm gonna do. It is so easy, and then we'll throw on a red lip, and we'll be good to go. So I'm just taking MAC Mylar and putting it everywhere, just to kind of set that primer so that we don't have any stickiness or like gumminess when we go into blend. It just makes blending so much easier. So I just take it everywhere. Then I'm gonna take Makeup Geek's Preppy, which is this guy right here. It's like a khaki brown, it's a matte shade. And I'm gonna run that through my crease. Same brush. I hope I'm in focus. Can you guys see what I'm doing? I always feel like I'm out of focus when I'm closer up. I really like this shade. I've been using this in my crease a lot. And then I'm going to take Makeup Geek Afterglow Pigment. It's this gorgeous gold shade. I'm going to get a flat shader brush. This one is the Beauty Junkies All Over Shader Brush. And I'm going to spray a little bit of Fix Plus on it, just so that it makes the pigment even more intense. And I'm going to put this on the inner like half of my lid. Well, no, of my cheek. Where else would I put it, Nicole? And look at that. It's so bright. I do find with these pigments, when you wet them, they can go a little bit like chunky. So I like to go in then with the other side of the brush and take a little bit more of that pigment just with the dry side and go over it, and it helps to really smooth it out. Just a little trick if you find that they go a little bit chunky for you. I can't be the only one. Maybe I'm just crazy. Don't answer that. And I'm gonna take my E25 from Sigma. It's dirty. As usual, I use this brush every single day of my life. I'm going to take a darker brown, which I don't have right in front of me. I'm gonna use my Becca Ombre Nudes palette just because it's out. I'm gonna take this shade in the middle. And I'm just gonna run this in the outer part of my lid, only taking it like halfway, just to add some darkness and definition to the outer edge. And I am taking it on the lid a little bit. We'll kind of build this up with darker shades. And then I'm just taking my E40, just making sure that there's no harsh lines. So I did that about 3 times, just going in between these two browns. And now I'm going to go in with Corrupt from Makeup Geek, which is just a black eyeshadow, tiny bit, just on the tip of the brush. I just want this to be nice and dark. I like the contrast of the super bright inner lid with a really deep, dark, smoked out outer lid. I think that looks really pretty, but still kind of grungy, and I like that. I'm gonna go back in with the Afterglow pigment because look at our Look at our inner lid. We've lost a lot of that color. I'm just gonna take it on my finger, actually. I've been saying that word a lot and it's so annoying. So just getting that brightness back. And don't worry, we shall blend. And I take it pretty far over because I like to go back in with our blending brush and just blend the two together, and I feel like that it makes it look like you used more shadows than you have. We're basically just using 3 eyeshadows. And that's pretty much it. We just have to do the lower lash line and we's be goods to goes. Okay, I'm gonna take my L'Oreal Voluminous Smoldering eyeliner and I'm gonna tight line and do my waterline. And this is in black. And for the lower lash line, I pretty much do the same thing that I did on top. I just reverse it to the bottom. So I'm gonna take that same flat shader brush that I wet, and I'm gonna take, what do I wanna start with? I'll start with my Becca palette. I'm gonna take this darker brown right here and just start to kind of smoke things out. So I keep this on the outer edge, and then I will go in the inner corner with Afterglow. I'm gonna go into, what is this called? Makeup Geek's Magic Act. It's one of the foiled shadows, the gold one. Instead of having to take that loose pigment on my lower lash line, I'm just gonna take this. They're pretty much the same color. The Makeup Geek foiled shadow is a little bit more gold, but for the lower lash line, it'll work perfectly. I may still go in with Afterglow. You guys know I like it super bright. Super bright, girlfriend. And this is a Sigma E21. This is my new favorite inner corner brush. It is the perfect size. I got it free at IMATS. Oh yes, that's what we need right there. Just taking that on the inner, you guys see what I'm doing, the inner like half of my lower lash line and the inner corner, because we want it nice and bright. I just want that inner corner to be super like lit up. So I'm going to curl my lashes and I'm going to apply the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I've only used this one a few times. So far I really, really like it. So let's go. Okay, so let's try this mascara out. Like I said, I've only used it a few times. I've never used it on camera, so let's see how this bad boy works out. I remember liking it. I mean, it's only been like a week, but yeah, it made my lashes really long. And I feel like it really separates them. This mascara is the business. I really like it. For my lower lashes, I wanted to show this to you guys in my NYX video and I forgot. This skinny mascara, I've been using this on my lower lashes. Look at this tiny baby. I mean, it is the tiniest wand I've ever seen. It's just like a toothpick. But it works on the lower lashes. I like it. And you could do falsies. I mean, I'm just not. Just because I kind of hate them. Even like individual ones, they're just such a pain in the butt. But by all means, lash yourself up, girlfriend. Okay, so I did want to take a little bit of In the Spotlight, this really light, it's super bright pink foiled shadow from Makeup Geek. Just a little bit of it. I want to put it right on the center of my lid. And you don't have to do this if you don't have this shadow or you don't have one like it. It's okay. I just feel like it adds a little bit of brightness, which seems to be the story of my life. Okay, going back into my Kat Von D Shade and Light or Shade Light palette, I'm going to take this shade. I feel like it's like a medium, light, medium, dark. Yeah? Kind of odd how they have them in the palette, but hey, who am I? These powders blend so easily. I mean, you don't even need a fancy brush. They just blend effortlessly. Taking it on my temples and right along my hairline. And then I take a tiny bit on my nose. My nose really doesn't need any more contouring, but I still take a little bit, and I take it along my jawline. Next, I'm going to use Betty Luminizer from the Balm just to warm everything up on this Sonia Kashuk 29 brush. Yes, I know I blow on my brushes. People are always like, that's so disgusting. It's my face. If I do other people's makeup, I do not blow on my brushes, but when I'm doing my own, for some reason, I just feel like it's acceptable. Next, I'm going in with a new product. This is the ColourPop Super Shock Cheat Color. These are coming out tomorrow or Thursday. Whatever February 12th is, these are launching. I will have a full video on these guys before the launch or the day of the launch. I have 8 shades, I think. And I think there's 20 total, but I have 8. I'm going to swatch them for you. This one is called Birthday Suit. I've been using them. This is my favorite one. The consistency is very, very similar to the eyeshadows, so it's like a mix between... It's not like a cream though, but you do want to apply it with your fingers. They're just so easy to work with. These are super simple. I don't like cream blushes that much. I just prefer powders, but these are like the perfect mix of everything, and they blend out so easily. Like just with my finger, it's flawless. Like it's foolproof. For a highlighter, I'm going to use you know what? I'll use a drugstore one. I feel like I'm using a lot of high-end products. I will use my Physicians Formula, my Nude Shimmer Brick. I don't know what these are called. Shimmer Strip? I don't know. But this one, if you can still find it, this is what the packaging looks like. This one is so pigmented. I know they do have new ones out, which are supposed to be really nice, but this one, I love it. I'm just going to kind of mix everything together, and we're going to highlight. If you haven't figured it out, I like a glowy look. Even though the foundation I used was kind of matte, I really work my hardest to get the glow back in my skin. Okay, now going in with the Lime Crime Velveteen in Red Velvet. This is like the ultimate red lip. Oh my goodness, that's intense. I feel like I need to get all up in the mirror with this one. So I'm gonna leave it as is. I do kind of feel like I need to go around and mess with it, but I'm not going to. It makes my teeth look white though. That's a good thing. So this is pretty much it. We are pretty much officially finished. I should zoom you guys back because we're like super close. Alright guys, so that is going to be it. My plow guy just got here, so I'm sure you guys can hear that. Wait for it. No, you won't do it. Anyway, I ended up changing my shirt just because I felt like super bummy, and now you can kind of see how the makeup looks in normal people clothing. I really like how this turned out. I have been so into gold and like bronze eyes for some reason, and with the red lip, it's just perfect for Valentine's Day. You have to do a red lip for Valentine's Day, even though I usually don't, because then I feel like my husband won't kiss me, and you know, he's like, ooh, red lips, stay back. But with this one, nothing comes off, so go get a Velveteen. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say today. Usually the intro is super long. I mean, outro. Anyway, I love you guys. I will see you very soon with a new video. Mwah. Bye.
If you're with your friends or your family or your I don't like you. And that is going to be wow, what is this? What is happening to the back of my head? The obsession is real. Alrighty then. Oh my god, wait, who used to say that? Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Do you guys know who used to say that? Dry slips in town. I am not having any camel toe related injuries today because you know why? I am in pajamas. I even have slippers on, and they're Valentine appropriate. Would you like to see them? Let's see if I can do this. I'm a tall drink of water. Oh my god! No joke. That was not even funny. I almost died. Like for real, I almost did not catch myself. I like bent my table and shiz. Thanks for the help. Right? Is that better? I woke up like this. I woke up like this. Flawless. It's super easy. I don't like when you say that. It's super easy. These actually worked out really well. Really well. Sometimes I feel like a newscaster. Like one of those newscasters that they're so over the top and it's like, reporting live from the scene of the crime. That's me on a daily basis. That's what I feel like. You know, Kip is my boy. Back to you, Kip. That is bull cocky. That is bull cocky. Bull cocky? No, don't anybody say it. I know what you're thinking. You guys are just dirty. Downright dirtbaggish. Which is why I love you all. You whores. I used to go to the roller rink. Did you stop at the ice cream shop after? For a nickel ice cream? How freaking old are you, you tramp? Cinnabon that ass. Oh, I will cut somebody's mother. Look what I just did. I just put a fingernail mark right there. You see that? People say don't blow on your makeup. I'm all about that life.